Right, today's is December 1st, 2015, and this is the 2015 CFTA Business Partner Solutions Showcase. I'm Scott Friend, and I would like to thank all of our attendees for joining us today. Today's webinar is being recorded. Both the recording and the slides will be made available on the CFTA website. The presentation is estimated to run 25 minutes, with the remaining time dedicated for questions and answers. Feel free to send questions using the question dialog box, either during the presentation to add it to the queue or to save it for the end. I would like to extend a special thank you to today's presenter, Tom Finkle. Tom serves as the Government Account Executive for IMAGINiT Technologies. Tom's presentation is on Facilities Management Solutions and Services. Tom, thank you so much for being here today, and I will hand it over to you, Tom.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Greatly appreciate it. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Tom Finkle with IMAGINiT, and appreciate you taking the time here today to attend this session. And what today really is about is introducing IMAGINiT Technologies to CFTA about facilities management solutions and services that we have to offer you. And it's really an overview of some of the things that we do and letting people know what we're capable of doing. So I'm not going to get into great details or anything like that. And basically, IMAGINiT Technologies, we are a solutions provider, as well as helping people come up with ways to better handle their facilities data, because there's so much going on with facilities here these days. And so we're trying to make sure people can be able to get the information that they need out there and everything. So IMAGINiT Technologies, we have 40 offices in North America, almost 400 people within our company, ranging for architectural, civil, reality capture. We have technical support experts as well. And so what we're looking to be able to do is be able to help the universities when it comes to how to manage their facilities and everything. And we understand that you already have certain programs in place or going to be moving from 2D to a 3D world, and how do we go about doing that? And so this is what I wanted to be able to show you and talk to you about on what we're able to do and everything here for the facilities management portion of it. So a lot of this information is on our website here for you, that you can get a better understanding of what is out there. And for the facility side of things, you're going to be looking at, how do we handle our facilities now? Are we just using AutoCAD? Do we have Revit? Do we need to tie it into other systems that are out there? To be able to manage our facilities. And that's really the big question that is out there. And so when it comes to facilities, we want to be able to look at, are we starting with our as-builts? Do we have new constructions going on out there? What systems do we need to be able to tie this into? That's the big thing. And so when it comes to the facilities management, most people do know us as being CAD people, but we're also on the facilities management team. We have a group that is dedicated to facilities management that works with Archibus. So there's another programs out there, but we have a team for facilities management that is just dedicated to Archibus and everything. And so we want to be able to help people being able to bring that data together. So whether it's AutoCAD, Revit, Archibus, different data, we want to be able to help people with that, being able to have the information that they need readily available to it. And so that is the big thing for facilities that we're seeing. So over here, we're talking about, what do I have right now within my facilities management? Do I have a facilities management program in place, where I'm able to track all my buildings, my square footage for them? Do I also have it, that I can gather up my assets? What assets do I have available when my maintenance staff goes out to having to change light bulbs or filters or other things that they want to be able to pull up when they're out there, or be able to look up information very easily from a maintenance manual even there. They want to be able to have information readily available that they don't have to go and hunt for it. That's the big thing. So part of it then within facilities is, what information do I have? Am I looking at converting my current DWGs to a BIM model? If I'm looking at going to BIM, what's my process for that, given that I have my existing backlog of as-built? How do we convert that? Or how do we work with our consultants when they are going to be doing new projects in Revit? How do we handle that? What do we ask for? If we don't know what we don't know, we find out a lot from folks as well. They don't know what to ask at times because this is new to them. And that's where we want to let people know that's what we're here for. We're able to help guide you through this process for facilities management, or taking you to the next step, because there's a number of things that people are trying to link up to their facilities, but they have other programs. We have the experience and the expertise for those things to help people with in regards to that for it. So as well as looking at your standards and your workflows for people, it's how do we make sure that as we're going out into the field and getting the information, how do we get that information back into the system in the proper way and keep it up to date? That is the big challenge as well for most people, it seems like. And we want to be able to work with folks to help them come through that piece of it. But then you have folks then going that are currently having a lot of information in plain AutoCAD and their drawings linking into their FM system. But now we're going to be moving to Revit. We've got new projects coming on board in Revit, and well, how's that going to tie into our existing FM system? So we want to be able to make sure that we're able to work with our clients to make sure they understand what that process is going to be and have the foresight to see what is going to be happening as this change in the process goes about, going from CAD to Revit or to BIM. And so there's a lot of things to take into consideration there, and we want to just make sure that people have a full grasp of it and everything there for them. And then we also have within the facilities management, there's a number of other things here I wanted to point out to folks here about the facilities things. Once again, about most people know us as being CAD folks, but our facilities management are experts with the Archibus program. But as well, we have other things that we are working on for facilities management. I'm going to just go back here to my PowerPoint for one moment here and take you back to tie into facilities management. And in regards to that piece of it, there's been a lot of things going on in reality capture here these days because of scanning and everything. IMAGINiT, we partner with Leica because they have a great product and offering for scanning your facilities, whether it's the outside, the inside of a room, or even a boiler room that has all your MEP equipment in it. We are just seeing this area grow exponentially, and that's why we just have a team now that is dedicated to doing reality capture services there. And with that, you're starting to talk to now about point clouds. How do we handle these point clouds? What do we do with them? Are we able to take that into a BIM program? How's that going to save time for us? Or the other things you start to look at is how do we handle all these point clouds now that are going to be millions of points? They're going to be large storage files. What do we do with that data? These are things that we want to make sure that people are aware of in being able to do that, because the point clouds, that information is valuable because it's a snapshot in time. It's accurate that you would be able to go and do measurements from the point cloud itself. You don't have to go back out and remeasure if you think you missed something. You have that information there already, whether it's using it for validation or, okay, we're going to renovate this new room or this current room, that you would be able to scan it, take it into Revit, and use that information. Or as a new building is going up or construction renovation is going on, you can scan it as it is going along and have the actual construction piece or the scan as it is happening, as it's progressing. That is what we are seeing more of. And we want to be able to just help people within that process of doing the scanning piece of it, or what are we going to be looking at? How do we set up these scanners to be able to use this information the right way? And then how do we tie this reality capture back to facilities management? We want to be able to show people how you can connect those dots together. That's the big piece, and then once you get maybe a scan back from your contractor or your consultant, it's like, okay, what do we do with it? How do we view this data? Those are things that we want to make sure that people are aware of and be able to ask the right questions for reality capture, because this is really exploding out there. And I just recall from our meeting earlier this year, a number of people were saying about how they're learning more about it or starting to hear more about the programs and everything. So we just want to be able to make sure that people are aware that you know, we're here to help you through this process. So it's not just CAD for facilities management. You know, how can we use reality capture or point clouds for our facilities management offerings? How can we do it more, or know what to ask when people are talking to us about this new technology and incorporate it into our programs and everything? That's the big thing that we want to be able to help people with. And when it comes to that as well, IMAGINiT has program developers and on staff with a couple of programs that we had came up with, one of them being Scan to BIM and another one being Clarity, that you would be able to use. And with Scan to BIM, you're able to come back here as, bear with me, or I apologize for that. Scan to BIM is a program that IMAGINiT has developed, and that goes along with the reality capture, being able to use this new technology that would be able to scan and be able to, if you scanned a pipe, you would then be able to take 3 points from it. If it was a 12-inch round pipe, you would then be able to scan it, and it's going to be able to figure out and know that this is a 12-inch pipe already. So it's, once again, it's being more efficient and productive with this new technology, being able to incorporate it when there's something that's, you know, might be hard to scan, whether it's maybe ductwork, you know, you got your pipes all up in there, and I would be able to scan it and be able to have intelligent information then afterwards, after I would do the scan and then incorporate it into my CAD drawing and everything, or into my BIM model. I would be able to take that over there to it. Another program that we had developed as well is our Clarity program, that for facilities maintenance as well, management, you know, being able to give folks easier way for automating certain tasks within the model, or giving people access to just the data itself that they can just view, or be able to see a project and just get information that they need, or being able to work with your consultants and, you know, having your data secure, or am I working from the most up-to-date model as well? Because once again, having the most up-to-date information is what we want to make sure that we have. And I'm not looking for old information that, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this new information. So that's what this program is able to help with, being able to make sure that I have the most up-to-date model, whether if I'm a Revit user or a BIM user or somebody that just needs to view data. This program is able to help you have that information up to date and being able to share it and automate it is the big thing, because if you're having to do room renumbering, room changes, door changes, let technology help you with this process. That's the big thing that we want to be able to share with people, being able to take away from some of those manual tasks there for you is what we want to be able to show people here within this program as well. Also, one of the other things for facilities management, but it comes back to Revit, is a program called Utilities for Revit that IMAGINiT has developed here as well. And this is one that can be free to clients that have their subscriptions with us. It's a tool that will help people with their models for them here, being able to have the room renumber, element renumber, space updating, being able to have tools readily available at their fingertips there for them. And then we just bring this all comes back to the facilities management piece here. And with that, we want to be able to show you what the process is, or the introduction of IMAGINiT Technologies and our facilities management offerings are available to everybody that's out there, that we're just not the CAD guys. We do understand that, but we also want to help you with your facilities management, get an understanding of what your goals and plans are, and understanding what issues that you do have, that we're able to help you with it. We have a team of experts that are here to help you, and myself and our government team across the U.S. is here to help you with that process as well. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. If anybody has any questions or that, feel free to contact me, and I'll help you the best that I can, or put you in contact with the person that would be in your area, or that would handle your account, have them reach out to you. But I want to thank you for your time here today on this presentation, and if you have any questions, I will take those now.